Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. My name is Lutfialdi Syahrul Fajar. I'm from Islamic State University of Jakarta, of Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. And I'm from the Department of English Education. And now I want to present about textbook that I've read. The title is English in Focus. Hope you guys can see the title. It is a workbook from Indonesia. The author is three of the author or all of the author is from Indonesia. The first one is Artono Wardiman, and then Mr. Masduki Jahur, and Sukirman Djusma. For Artono Wardiman he's the oldest or the most popular author of textbook for the junior high school, and the publisher is from Setia Purna Inves, and had already certified from Department of National Education of Indonesia, and it is published in 2008. For the curriculum is using the 2006 curriculum. Okay, the total of the pages is 165. Okay, the first one, before I'm going to discuss about the content of the book, why I'm choosing this book, because I've already used this book for my junior high school. So in junior high school, I used this book for studying English, and I think this book is very simple, but for the activity is fair. I can understand easily from the activity. I think it's also called simple. Okay, and it contains about 8 unit or chapter. From each chapter, this is the content of the book. This is the content, and in every four chapters there is an exercise. What I assume this is a mid test. It's contain 40 multiple choice and 16 essay. Sorry, I cannot give the example of the second mid test. I call this exercises mid test. This is the first mid test. Or for the exercise for the last 4 chapter is I cannot show it to you. But in the second exercise of 4 chapters, the essay is contained 20 numbers. Okay. Okay, for the first content, it is listening. So the teachers had already had the record or the tape for the listening, and then for the technique based on this book, the teacher give the tape to the students, and then there is some practice in this chapter. Let's see. This is the example of the practice. I'm assuming this is one. This is practice 1. Practice 1 of the first chapter in the listening section. Okay, so before doing this exercise, the teacher give students the the teachers give student the tape, and then student has to fill this blank of the dialogue. That's one of the practice. I think this is kind of technique that Indonesian curriculum use in before the 13 curriculum or 2013 curriculum. The focus on the teaching activity is only on teachers. So the student had to listen and then do some work. Yeah, all of this book is based on that concept, I think, because it using 2006 curriculum. Okay. And then for the next content is speaking. This is focusing on students, but as I told you, because this is not the 2013 curriculum, teacher also had some what is it? Role in this. Teacher had some role in this section. For example, the teacher will read aloud the following. Let's see the practice 2. The teacher will read aloud the following advertisement, and then students had to repeat that, because this is speaking. And this practice is focusing on pronunciation. This is pronunciation and punctuation. This is the read aloud. And then this is the questions. Again, for the students, I think the activity is not allow them to do some active, like answering questions for their teammates, because this is I think this is an individual work, just for themselves. Okay, for the next content is reading. The section are available some text the student has to read aloud for the class, and then all of the rest of the class are listened to that or read. At the end, the students are asked to do some practice based on the reading. Okay, this is the example. Sorry, I forgot to put the read aloud. This is the practice 3. The read aloud is before this, but before this practice, there is a read aloud, and then student had to work in pairs with their friends, and then fill in the blank spaces with their with the following instruction there. For example, good afternoon, I'm Lutfialdi. Are you? For example, my friend's name is Andy. Are you Andy? Yes, please call me. Then Andy answered, yes, please call me Andy. Okay. What's your full name? Blah 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 blah. Okay. That's it. That's the kind of practice in reading. In reading sections. Okay. And now for the next content is writing section. In the section, the students are asked to answer some following questions based on the text that also available in this question. Okay, this is the example for the writing part. Of course, I'm sorry, forget to explain about that this section. It's also deliver some grammar that focusing in every chapter. For example, this is from chapter 1. On the left side, sorry, forgot my cursor. Okay, this is on the left side. This is some practice of writing. This is like what I said, that a student had to answer some questions and tell about their friend about what happened in a picture. This is just explanation for. I saw in the next chapter that student had to explain about what the situation of the pictures, and had to make a paragraph of, because this is writing. And then this is some grammar stage. As I told you, that writing section had also grammar. This is explaining about there is and there are. And also, after explaining the grammar, there is some practice in below that. Okay, now we entering the last two content of the book. This is learning essential. It's like reviewing what students have done in every chapter. Okay, this is the learning essential from chapter 1. So we can see the in this learning essential, there is language function. That's the student had already discussed about this 4 point of language function: expressing gratitude, expressing apology, asking for information, giving information. So which means that in chapter 1 they're discussing about this language function. And then for the grammar that we have just from the last content, it's about there is and there are. This is the chapter 1 of the example of chapter 1. For the last 7 chapter, it's also based on this sequence. Okay, this is the learning review. I think it's not really different from the learning essential section. This section is for the different. This section is contains about questions. Okay, let's see the example. This the learning review. It is kind of different from learning essential, because student had to answer based on their own questions about what they have learned from every chapter. This is the learning review. This is the section of the teacher asks the student what they have learned. Okay, and there's some sentence that if you find some difficulties while answering the questions, you can learn the subject once more, or you may consult to your teacher. So the book are beginning to say that the student have to consult to the teacher. Okay, that's the content of the book. And I think this book is very, very simple, but for the understanding about English is not really that much from this book. Okay, that's all my review about English in Focus. If I have so much mistake, I'm sorry. Thank you very much, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in the comment section and the like button. Thank you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.